And it started with you looking like you were just got done eating your microphone.
I was thinking about it. I was like, wait, I gotta. We're at to start. I gotta act like I'm normal at least.
Just act like it.
uh, yeah.
Hello, hello, and
Welcome to the podcast.
the little Ryan come up with a name for them this episode.
This episode, we're gonna call this episode, um, "That's Me in the Corner."
That's me in the corner. I'll write it down. Now come up with a name for the listeners.
The listeners, the barbecue sandwiches.
I like that. Hello, barbecue sandwiches. This is the RnG podcast. We started the intro now. 58 seconds in. Officially. This is the official intro. That's Ryan.
You've been introed.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you get.
That's it. I'm Mystery G. That's like Mystery Incorporated. The Scooby-Doo thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen that, I don't think. I used to watch the old ones, like the original. But then I started like making all kinds of like weird movies and stuff. I never watched any of that, or the live action ones or any of that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I missed anything. But
Live action ones were wacky. I think it's the first one was the best. So there you go.
that's typical how it goes in movies genres, though, like, or not series is, where it'd be like the first movie is good and then the rest just suck.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised there, but
If it's the one where
yeah.
they make real monsters from the monster costumes, then that's the one. Spoilers, by the way.
oh no, I can't watch it. What am I doing? Maybe we should watch it together on stream.
We can't do that. That's copyright abuse, right? But maybe
Is
in
it?
like a Discord stream, you could probably do that.
Huh. We'll just blur out the screen and just get our reactions.
I mean, we could like time it and be like, here's how far we are in. Tune in, and we'll watch it, and then you guys could watch it on a second screen.
But they just watch our faces, and then we just watch and they don't get to see any of it.
Well, that's
just the sound effects. Is the sound effects copyrighted?
That's not. Yeah, they'd be able to
The
tell.
music.
We could just do the watch along where they only see our faces, but we tell them how far we are into the movie. There's like a little timer in the corner or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would work.
Technically
I'm
legal,
supposed to know.
I think.
Technically. Nice. It's like that one guy who pretended he was playing Xbox over that one UFC fight, and and they streamed the whole entire thing.
Yeah, from his glasses, right? It was
Yeah,
like
cracks me up.
the reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube
Ryan,
cares about that. That's the only thing they care about.
the only thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. You can get away with anything except watching copyrighted content.
Let's let's just have that be the rest of the podcast.
Talking about copyrighted stuff on YouTube.
We'll just watch it.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
Just watch the movie.
You know, there's some podcasts like that where they just
Their podcasts where they watch movies and that's it.
they watch movies and YouTube videos and TikToks, and it's just like reaction content, but it's a podcast. Isn't it great?
What? That makes no sense to me.
No.
Like a video podcast or like an actual just like podcast.
Both sometimes one. Like audio.
Just audio.
I've come across a couple. They get weird. And
I mean, they don't care about Sniper Wolf, so.
I don't know. I mean, usually the perpetrators are streamers, so you know that they're a certain type of breed, you know.
Yeah.
Popular streamers are.
But I mean, if Sniper Wolf can do it, we should be able to, right? Like if
well,
Blue Skidoo, you know?
we probably could actually. I was gonna be like, oh, she's a pretty woman, right? And we're like slightly scraggly guys. But honestly, I don't really think she is that much of a part of the equation.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it probably has to do with something with the ad revenue that YouTube's collecting off there and making money. And so then they don't care if she's technically stealing other people's content because they're like, well, whatever. She's making us money because we get ad revenue and she gets ad revenue, so we both win.
I heard
I don't know.
I heard she might have some special tools, and I feel like I heard something about being able to do this before, but I think it was with direct help from YouTube support. It's you know she gets like the claims on her videos because people are like, "Hey, that's my TikTok," and then it gets cut out. That's not a
Mhm.
normal thing, really. Not normal.
Oh yeah, because isn't it like usually just like takes the whole video down and then you gotta.
It's I don't really know what it is exactly. I think it might be the person gets the money from that section of the video, maybe. And but it also puts like a flag on her channel, so it's like less ad opportunities because it's so hard to split the revenue that much.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know, but it is probable that she's getting like help from YouTube support because she's bringing in so much ad money, so they don't want her to be like, I don't know, whatever.
Not making any money. Like if she's completely gone off the platform, that would lose a lot of revenue probably for YouTube.
It would.
A lot of watch time too. People just like spending hours watching her videos and stuff. But that also helps YouTube out. So
I've noticed that videos of that kind of nature, sometimes I'll just have YouTube on and it'll be auto playing. If you get so far into it with videos like that, uh, you don't notice. I don't notice. Other people probably do. But they'll just start repeating. Like one will autoplay and then it'll go to another one. And it will just switch between those two forever. Yeah.
I didn't notice that. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me. I mean, I don't use autoplay very often, but I've never seen that before.
Yeah. And sometimes just get lost. Lost in
Yeah, I mean,
sauce.
when I'm listening to music, it'll play a song, and then it'll play the live version of that song next. And
Yeah.
that's kind of annoying, but
Ryan, what do you think about live versions? Do you like them or not?
live versions?
Yeah, live version of songs being played to you on a
Um,
phone.
yeah. Uh, Typically they're worse because you got like the crowd noise in there, and it's not like I don't know. I feel like the whole theatrical production, if you will, of the song when they first release it is always better because on there in our studio too, it's like the first version, so they're trying to make it like the best, most popular, best sounding, and then you know, well then when you have a live version, it's just like it's at a concert, so like could just add stuff in, and they often do. It's like add random stuff in, and like wherever they are. If they're in New York, they're like, "Hi, New York," and
Yeah.
then you know it's all crowd noise. And yeah, so not a huge fan.
Yeah, I don't really like live music for the most part. Oh, I guess we should delve a little further into it. Ryan, I've already told you about this, but I'm so tired from work being good and having no problems.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure. You want to care to explain the no problems or?
Today was perfect. I got put on a job that I was already pre-trained to do, and the people in charge didn't forget that I haven't done most of the jobs for our position because they didn't forget to train me for any of them and just left me to do normal work for like the 2 years I've been in this position. That's enough sarcasm. uh, yeah, got stuck in a job with no training. Had to ask for training. Took an hour for the trainer to train me in some of the parts, and then I had to ask for the rest of them. And I mean, it's not a bad job. It's fairly easy, but it's just such a hassle, and I am finished with working for people. I'm all done. I haven't quit, but I'm all done. I'm all used up.
Yep. I know that feeling. I had that feeling. I got that feeling a lot quicker than you did, though. uh,
I'm just
but yeah, I get that. It's a pain. It's a pain.
it's a huge pain.
You got to run your own business, create a multi-billion-dollar company, and then you can go to space with Jeff Bezos.
Hey, we'll see. I aim to be uh let's just make this claim right out there. Confidence. I'm gonna be the YouTube and internet Rockefeller. I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna see
get
that.
so popular that I get to change the rules.
That you just buy YouTube. How about
I
that? You buy it from Google. You buy Google too. There you go. Buy them both.
funny goal, and I like chasing it because it won't happen. But hey, maybe I'll be the next Rockefeller of ever, but for the internet instead of oil.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do it. I believe in you.
Oh yeah. Don't invest in me like a stock because I'm gonna be like a penny stock that's worth nothing right now. But
Yeah, yeah, you gotta be like Dow Jones.
oh,
Not the
yeah.
Dow Jones. What's that? I don't even know. I don't know stocks.
The
Hey,
I don't know,
I don't remember. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
penny stock. I'll be a penny stock, Ryan. I got 17 whole subscribers right now, which
Wow.
just means that I need to do more shorts because I'm not gonna get subscribers with the regular videos, even though I want to. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
changed.
the regular content, it's a lot harder to get any views in it. I think that's, well, one, because that's not where the viewers are right now, I don't think. And two, it's just like it's not promoted like shorts are. Like if you put a short, it'll put it in the shorts feed and test it with like 100 people. If
Yeah,
they like it, it'll move it on. Whereas like if you publish a long form content, it's just gonna sit there until someone trips on it, basically,
yeah. It's
which is
a
really dumb.
lot about. I mean, my videos obviously they don't have the most exciting video intros because I don't want to do the dumb. Hey guys, welcome to the those intros. I can't even formulate I can't maintain that volume and make coherent words with my tongue. It's not possible for me. But
Yeah.
uh so I'm pretty sure that's a good reason as to why I've noticed that my viewer retention is pretty abysmal. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
Well, that too, and like the jump cuts.
jump
Like if
cut.
videos don't have jump cuts now, like constant cuts, it's like then they, for some reason, does not keep people's attention, and they just
Yeah.
start getting bored.
And I mean, I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to. So the only real option is to do shorts, even though I hate those the little contents, the low effort contents.
Yeah. Yeah, short. I mean, shorts. They're gaining more subscribers. That like the more you did it, because like with the Cool Troy Gaming channel,
Yeah.
we had like I think like 40 subscribers or no 35 subscribers I think it was, and then within a couple weeks with the videos, the games we played together, and some Minecraft videos Troy played. I mean, he got to 66 subscribers in like a week or less, just from posting like I want to say like 5 or 6 videos. And I know it's not great. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I get like 40 subscribers a video, but like he started to get about 14 subscribers a video. So
It's pretty good.
yeah,
So, I mean, that's why I think that the YouTube popularity science thing. That I mean, it's always been a thing. It's not pure luck to get picked up and be popular. The new kind of strategy is probably to make a bunch of shorts and gain subscribers that way while making some long form content, and then
Yeah.
shift polls, so you're making mostly long form and some short form, and then you can try to shift your audience over like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Mr. B started with long form, but that was back before shorts, I think.
Yeah, he
He
did.
started, but
He mostly got popular because he did videos like saying PewDiePie a million times, and also there's gift cards scattered throughout this entire video.
yeah. Well, I mean, with him, it was more like the just like mass money jump into a video and then like shock value.
Yeah,
Um,
once he got his money, that was where all of his popularity came from.
yeah. Just it's like that 10 to 12-year-old range
Yeah,
content.
yeah,
But
they should get off. They should watch some cool Minecraft Let's Plays that are centered on a map that has a story behind it where you have to solve puzzles. Did you ever watch any of those, Ryan?
no, I never watched a whole lot of Minecraft content. I
Ryan,
think Troy watched a ton of Minecraft content. He still watches a lot of Minecraft content, but I just never did. Because I mean, I didn't see any face value in it. Because I mean, that's a game I would play a lot. So I'd be like, I play Minecraft. I don't want to watch Minecraft, you know?
true. I didn't get to play Minecraft. I have computer to play it on, and Pocket
Yeah,
Edition wasn't out yet, so I watched a ton. And there was this one, and I don't remember who did it or really what happened in it or almost anything about it, other than he went to an island to get cactus. But he was like, the story was for the map. He got shipwrecked on an island, and there's secrets and puzzles you have to solve, and you have to go to other islands and collect things from them. And when you put them in their place in the main island hub thing, you unlock more of that island, and it was like super cool.
it's cool. Is that still a thing? Do people still do that, or is that just like an
Not that I see.
old thing?
I mean, it's probably covered by like oversaturated thumbnails and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's also swinging that. I mean, that would be cool though if you brought it back. Like if you find some maps like that,
Oh yeah.
you probably still can get some downloads. You may have to, change your settings back to a later date. But if you could bring that back, you might get some popularity. Because I know that like the Minecraft culture has like shifted until like it seems to be like what is it like the I'm being chased by X amount of people or whatever. It's really like brain dead content.
It always Minecraft has always it's the single thing that has always come back. I mean, you had the original Minecraft YouTubers, and then there was a short boom with like the bigger YouTubers playing Minecraft. They're like suddenly getting into it, and that led to the boom of things like the Dream SMP. You know that?
Hmm.
Yeah, that happened, and I think there's a little lull right now. But if you dive into it right now, you should be able to get back up on the boom.
Yeah. Well, and those shorts Troy's put out, Minecraft shorts, I mean, immediately getting, 1,100 views.
Yeah.
That's like within the first day, which is pretty good. Because like typically it takes 2 or 3 days for it to actually catch on and start getting views. But the Minecraft ones always seem to get views almost immediately.
That's good. That's why I'm gonna do it. I don't really know how I would do. I told you about the from going from beta 1 to current version. I think it's the best thing I could figure out for actually scaling up through the versions.
Hmm.
I don't know how I'd want to do it, because right now I started and I built a little house in beta 1, and then I went to release 1, which is a big jump, but whatever. And I've like started a mine, so I don't know how I want to progress the versions, but I've already found cool things like how the beta version did, what do you call it? Random generated structures or whatever, and
Mm.
release one are drastically different to the point where I have chunks that are that I generated when in the beta version that are like way higher and steep cutoffs from where it went from beta one to release one. So that's cool.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
You just reload in the same world and each.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll break eventually.
Probably break at some point. Corruption is pretty common in jumping versions, so you gotta keep a safe, little safety net.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, it do really well in a short if it was like fast, super edited stuff. But I don't want to do that, and I don't know. I could make this like a long form thing and then make a shorter video that's like, hey, here's a compilation of the things that happened when I went on my ladder journey. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, maybe if you did a full video on it, and then you took sections, like did like 4 or 5 shorts out of it, and just took small sections to try to promote the long form content.
Mm-hmm.
See if that'll work at all. Because I know it worked for a couple people. I mean, I haven't tried it, but supposedly it's worked for a few people to like put little, basically, tidbits of of their um their long form content, and then try to get you to watch the whole thing, and that'd be good because it would generate more people to click on it, because the algorithm's not going to care about your long form content right now.
True.
So if the short gets shown to 5,000 people, if you could have 1,000 of them click over, that'd be a pretty good rate of click through. But if you have 1,000 of them click over, then you got 1,000 views on your long form content, and YouTube's gonna like that because they like long form content better than they do like the short form stuff. So as far as getting it out in front of people, the shorts is really a way to do that pretty well, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably how I would do it. I the like it's like the main thing that I am having trouble with is I was streaming it and I plan to put it in. I plan to like cut it up into shorter, like maybe 10-minute videos, like you do. But I don't know how would I structure it exactly? Like, oh, here's the beta world, and the difference is this, or would I do like a normal playthrough, episode 1 through this, and then the spacing of jumping updates? I don't know. I'm having to think about it, so because there's no structure to go.
Yeah, that is something to think about. Uh, what would probably do best, is like if you set a timer, and like every 10 minutes it updates or something. As
Yeah,
far as getting people attention, like you put that on a thumbnail, version change every X amount of minutes, and like, you know, try to get more clicks. And really, that's the only way to get clicks these days is to like make it something outrageous.
it's like the red circle and yellow arrow or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I might do that. That's what is it? What's his name? Like RL crap? No, RT game? No. There's this one Forge Craft. It's something like Forge Craft. He does a lot of stuff like that. I spent 100 days in a Minecraft zombie apocalypse, so it's like here's the time limit. Here's how I'm doing it, and he starts off like I think I'm gonna schedule my days like this, and it's like this really. It's long form content. It's an hour, but it's got the snappiness of something like newer, uh,
Yeah.
which is good. Uh, I don't know if I would be good at that. So we're gonna have to see. I want to try multiple things and see how my energy suits best. It might be just making a normal playthrough, being like episode 1, or Minecraft version this episode. I don't know. I don't know how the title would go, but it'd probably be something like version mentioned, episode in series. That's something.
Yeah. Yeah, that probably will work. I mean, that would get you a lot of long form content up, which would be good.
It would be
Because I
good.
think to monetize, you have to get like what, like 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, it's
Um,
4,000 watch hours. Three, I don't know how many videos uploaded at once, and something like 300,000, 3,000 subscribers or something. It's something like that. Something wacky crazy.
yeah, yeah, it can be done. It takes a ton of effort, but even if you're making low effort content, it still takes a bunch of effort. But
Dude, I think I got the resolve to do it just like the old greats, even though that's definitely not the best way to do it anymore. I don't know, man.
yeah,
That's who I watch, so I'm definitely very biased towards that sort of that kind of side with the whole episodes. I
yeah,
love the episodes and gaming content.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of gaming content. I don't know
That's a
what's popular right now, but
scandalous.
I know.
Nothing's popular right now. Nothing's been popular for like a long time. The thing that's probably most popular right now is there's a Five Nights at Freddy's VR 2, but that's not really catching on as much as I thought it would be. I don't know about you, Ryan, but I haven't been seeing games anymore.
Yeah. No, I definitely see that, especially around the time of Cyberpunk, whatever.
Oh yeah,
I feel like there was a big drop off after Cyberpunk. It was a failure.
I mean it was like the last big hyped game I saw, excluding Baldur's Gate 3, but I mean that's really niche. Uh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of hyped games. Nothing has been reaching me really. I mean, Lethal
Yeah.
Company that was popular, but it was
Yeah, but I feel like it was also in a kind of a niche market as well.
it was niche and it was a flash in the pan kind of. I mean, still getting updates, still fun. I like to play it, but it was, in terms
Yeah.
of internet popularity, it was a flash, and that's where I see all the popular things, and nothing's popping up.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true. I think like Red Dead came out and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh." And then that like exploded and then I think they released like a new Modern Warfare or
Yeah,
something. Activision did, and then Cyberpunk failed, and then it just like nothing, been dead. No, I
yeah.
mean they're still making Call of Duty, uh, Modern Warfare versions. I think I don't know. I don't play Call of Duty anymore, but they're still making games. It's just no one really cares anymore. But the price of the games keep going up and up and up too, so that might
Yeah,
have something to do with it. I think the new Call of Duty is like $65.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a big hit to big video game companies, and they're gonna fall kind of like halfway, maybe a quarter of the way, and we'll see a, a boom of indie games like we did back in somewhat early YouTube days. There's a lot of people playing indie games, and especially indie horror games. I think that's gonna happen
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, I could see that because like even with Nintendo, like Nintendo says they're gonna keep their games at $60
Yeah,
and never gonna drop the price because they don't want someone to feel cheated because they spent $60 and they went down to like $20 or something. But at the same time, it's like your market for Nintendo, at least I'm assuming the market for Nintendo is like the younger age gamers because they have like the Mario and Super Smash Bros. I guess for the older and kids, but like most of the stuff that Nintendo made their money on is marketed towards the younger age of people, I think, and but then you're charging $65 a game, and
yeah,
that's a lot. I'm
yeah.
not paying $65 for a game.
It gets expensive. I mean, uh, no, I mean, they have some older audiences, but they're definitely getting a hit because a lot of their older audience is they're like competitive people and also content creators, and I know a little bit about those two. I mean, there's competitive Smash players, and Nintendo went and like kind of retroactively. I think I don't really know about this place space. I don't really care. They've like retroactively enforced rules for making tournaments around Super Smash Bros. So it's like you can only do this, and you can't have a cash prize or whatever the rules are, and it's really stifled the life of that and most parts of it. So that part's like Smash tournaments, which was a big thing. They're pretty much dead, and then content on YouTube. It's always had a hard time like making videos of Nintendo games. It's always been a struggle for YouTubers to get around copyright, even though Nintendo was like, yeah, anyone's free to play the games online, and I'd show them and make videos. Uh, but
Yeah.
now there's even more rules, and so a lot of demonetization and all that. So it's a big hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why companies get like that, or they're just like, you know what, we're gonna try to make as much money as possible and enforce as much as possible. But I feel like that's not in the best interest of your customers, and your customers is how you made all the money in the first place. And so like Call of Duty saying they were gonna charge per reload, 50 cents per reload. It's like
What? Or what?
that was
What?
just an idea. I think whoever was in charge at the time came up with. They're like, man, because we can make so much more money if we just charge per reload. You know?
That's
It's-
that's an actually insane idea.
yeah. Well, also, and that Activision has had many ideas like that, like having subscription-based games instead of just a one-time price, because they're saying they give you thousands of hours of entertainment for $60 or whatever. So, but that's crazy to me because like, why can't you just be happy with what you have and put out some decent content? And I don't know.
We need to get someone who played on an NES in here and be like, I played Metroid for like 3 years straight or something. I don't know. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing with Nintendo is like their the biggest games are like Mario, Splatoon, and Pigman games, I think. As far as I know.
Biggest ones probably, yeah, Mario, a little Splatoon, a little more niche. Pikmin does well, even though I mean it has a really great following. Not so big of an audience, but enough of a following to always be a hit every time. I think they have a deal with the people who do Metroid. I don't think they own it outright. And also, they have they do a lot of business with Sega now. Uh,
Yeah.
Smash Bros. They have a lot of deals in there, like associated characters from other games. So
Hmm.
they have a big, they have quite a bit, but I'm a deal with the Pokemon makers. But most of those games are getting really childish, and yeah, you get a lot of following
Well,
from like.
that's what I'm saying, yeah. Because like, I don't know if you play the new Mario Bros, but there's two characters. Like, if you can play as Nabbit and you can play as Pink Toad, and
Mhm.
like they can't die.
They cannot
Like,
die.
what's the fun in that? And it's not an option to not play as them if you have a full team. If you have four players, two people have to be Toad, or either Toad or Nabbit, which neither
Oh,
one of them can die.
I think that is. It's not the newest one. There's another one that came out, but I think it's the one before that. Full team. I think it does require. I mean, at least one. I don't really remember. There's a newer one that came out. It's called Mario Wonder. You can turn into an elephant. That's the biggest power up of the game. It was a huge selling point. uh, but it's, I mean, it's a childish game. There's nothing hard about it, and that's always been Mario, kind of. But
Yeah.
it's like times three this time.
Yeah, and it's one thing because like when we were little, Super Mario Bros, the first one that came out on Wii. I mean, you get to Bowser's Castle, and it's like you have to grind those levels to actually get past them. And
Yeah, it,
I actually had a friend of mine beat it for me.
It got ridiculous. I could never get past it. Even I don't think I could now, honestly.
Yeah. We should go back and play those games.
Which
We'll
should.
probably get copyrighted though.
They probably would. Maybe we could stream them, and that might make it easier because it won't be up all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Still might get copyrighted.
I don't know. Well,
Because Nintendo's kind of crazy like that. Because like even like with the I remember the Super, you have one, the Super Nintendo and the or the reboots, the little ones they made.
yeah,
They're threatening to sue people over modding them and
yeah,
stuff. But like they added a USB port that can interface with the device. I mean, what did they expect to happen?
yeah. I mean, no, it's the logical thing to expect, and there was the whole thing I was telling you. The last podcast was a while for us ago. Actually, we haven't brought this up yet. We took a break for the holidays, and now we're back. You're welcome. In the last podcast, I think it was the last podcast, I was like telling you about the 3DS stuff they did, where it was like, oh yeah, they made an update. Even though they stopped updating the 3DS, they went and added another update. So if they can tell your 3DS is modded, it's completely shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I know I know a lot of people modded them at the time because they decided to only make a few, you know. They were selling modded consoles for over $1,000
Yeah.
on eBay and stuff, and then they were like, well, you can't do that, you can't do that. It's like, I mean, unless it telephones home and tells them you've modded it, like, how are they gonna know, first
I don't
off?
know.
And two, you sold me the product. I should be able to modify it however I feel like.
Well, yeah, it's like it's mine now. I bought it. It belongs to me, so I can sell it and I can mod it and I can mod it and sell it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like the dealer telling you when you buy a car that you can't change anything on it.
Yeah,
It's like, well, come on.
you can't change anything on it and sell it. That's the weirdest thing. I mean, if it continues with this whole streak, they're gonna be like, hey, retro video game stores, they can't happen. It can't. It's gonna be
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah, because I mean they're reselling their games. So.
Yeah. Reselling the games, reselling some modded stuff if you go to the right ones, which can be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, really, to make them relevant, they have to be modded. Otherwise, they're just a piece of plastic. Because a lot of those consoles and stuff, it's just like it's completely not fun to use on a lot of them. For a lot of the games too, because I know like the 64, I mean, their pixels are the size of the screen, but it has the right specs that you could probably run a Game Boy game with a little better graphics on it, but you'd have to mod it because a little like the graphics weren't that good. I know they're not powerful, but like there's enough space in there that a light version of like a Game Boy game or something else could probably run on it fine.
And I think you can do that too. I think that there's a special cartridge adapter where you can put a Game Boy card inside of it. So I think people have done that, but I'm not sure. But
That was officially licensed, like all the Game Boy stuff. Was that officially licensed stuff, or was that?
dude, I have no idea. I mean, if I had to suspect, I'd say it wasn't licensed. It's just because how much stuff from the N64 is not licensed, like all the different kinds of controllers. Some are licensed, but some are made by completely different companies, and some are made by people. I don't know. It's like because the original N64 controller sucks so bad, dude.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Nintendo weird. That's that's the gist. I mean.
Yeah. You wore the perfect shirt for today, I will say.
Oh yeah. Well, Kirby is cool. Hey,
Yeah, Kirby is pretty fun.
his games are kind of bad, but he's a cool character.
Yeah, it's a good concept. I mean, I don't mind some of the games. They're like really like chill games, though. There's not a lot of action.
Yeah.
It can get boring at sometimes, but
I have only played 2, I'll admit, but I did like the old one on my NES, classic retro thing, whatever, more than the newest one. The newest one.
yeah. Yeah, I think my console has Kirby Golf on it. I don't know if it has another. Oh yeah, it has Kirby Golf, Kirby like Summertime, or I don't know, some like weird version of a Kirby game, and Those two are fine. The Kirby Golf kind of really sucks, but it's like it's fun because it's bad.
Yeah,
You know, it's like it's worse than Wii Golf, but it's kind of fun because it's just crappy and you're just like floating above nothing and it's just
yeah.
on a little platform and it's interesting.
You're just being a Kirby. Just being a
You
Kirby.
know, I remember Troy getting so mad because he was trying to get perfect. He was trying to perfect the game. I'm like, stop! You're torturing me by just watching. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not. I mean, uh, speaking of modding, we already touched on it. We did a little down there, and that was a whole lot of fun. I mean, Nintendo got all their money. We just put you put some extra little games on there. Don't get sued, Ryan. Uh, I mean, that was fun. That was like the
yeah,
whole point.
yeah, yeah. I had to play the fifth on that one, but
Yeah, that didn't happen, and that happened in a video game. That happened inside Kirby Golf.
in an alternate reality of
Yeah,
Kirby's Golf.
where
I
we
still
built.
have my Game Boy. We should try to link them because there was that cord, that links them.
Yeah, we could probably. Which Game Boy do you have? I mean, I think I
The
have all of them.
colors.
I got a color.
Colors?
Yeah.
I have two colors. I
Why?
think.
Do you have a Game Boy Micro?
No, I wasn't that lucky as a kid.
I got one.
Not kidding. My parents didn't like video games, so we didn't have video games until my cousins gave us a Game Boy Color, two Game Boy Colors, because they upgraded to the flip ones.
What? That's not a Game Boy Color.
Or no, Game Boy
Oh,
Advance. Sorry, Game Boy Advanced.
got it.
And then they added to like Game Boy Advanced. Advanced?
Yeah, Game Boy Advanced SP for special. Weird naming concept.
Like the flip ones. I guess it's not a color. It's. I think it's just called the Game Boy Advanced, like
Does it
whatever the
look
first
like?
one was.
Does it look like this?
The little brick ones. Yeah, hold on,
Here.
let me grab it.
I got. I got it first, guys. Look.
Yes, I have that
So
exact
good.
color one too.
Yeah.
So this is the gray one. It's like a
Nice.
clear kind of like you can see through it. So I guess it's just Game Boy Advance. Well,
They're
but
they're pretty wonderful, excluding their screens.
oh my gosh, add a backlight.
You have a
Like
back
come
one?
on,
Jeez.
they need a back. I don't have one.
Oh.
I used to have a little flip cover that
Oh.
hooks into these pegs back here, and then it would flip down and flip up, and you could have a little light you could toggle.
That's really nice.
That way you could actually see. So helpful. But
Yeah.
really, come on. They just needed to add a backlight. That's all.
Dude, I think
Really
I have it over
terrible.
here. What you really need is I don't have it over there. I have it right here. You need one of these bad boys. Look at that. That's a Game Boy Micro, Ryan. Look.
It's officially a license.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody believes me when I tell
Wow.
them that. Look at the buttons.
Weird.
They're lowercase.
That's that's wild. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. And another thing, it loads from the bottom. It's like a bottom load.
Bottom loading
Yeah.
micro. Wow.
But it has a wonderful screen. I love playing on it, even though it's so small.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really big downfall of the advances. The crappy strain.
We gotta mod it. We'll get sued, but
No.
it'll be worth it.
Hey, yeah, exactly. There's a guy on YouTube that mods them all the time, like
Mhm.
adds backlights and stuff. I think he gave a bunch of them to Logan Paul, and then Logan
Oh.
Paul put them all in resin or something,
It what?
and then the guy was super mad. He put them in resin, like in a big resin block.
What an idiot. What the heck?
They were like refurbished, like to perfection, rare Game Boys, and he just like put them in resin.
Dude,
The guy was so mad. He was like, "You could have sold them back to me. I would have taken them."
I still can't believe for a little bit I was like, he's getting a little bit better. No.
Yeah. It's
No,
gone the
he's
other
not.
way with the crypto zoo and some other stuff.
Ryan, haven't you heard? He's planning to buy back part of the stuff he stole. Meaning,
I heard it was like 12% or something.
It was market value, so what he sold it for. So not it doesn't like make more the inflation. It doesn't match that, and it doesn't. It's nothing compared to the losses that some of the families went through because they bought the stuff, and he's only buying the egg NFTs back. So if they hatch the egg NFT, he's not buying the back, and if they bought the coin, the zoo coin he sold, he's not buying that back. So he's only buying back the egg NFT, is what I heard.
Wow, that's pretty low. That's how you do it, though. If you're trying to get away with it, be like, oh, I tried.
Yeah.
Look, I tried.
I tried.
Oh, there's so much. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
wow, that's just a mess. I don't know why anyone trusts him anymore. Like,
no.
came out and being like, oh, I'm reformed, and then he just like started pump and dump schemes and stuff again.
I haven't checked out his. I haven't like looked up his channel in a bit to see his content states. But from I remember last time I saw it, I was like, why do even little kids like this? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't honestly know who his viewer base is, but apparently it's people with money because he keeps getting people to put all kinds of money into stuff.
He does get a lot of money. He's like 100 millionaire now, thanks to Prime. He's like a 20% holder, right?
Something like that. I think KSI has a bunch of it too.
Yeah, I think they're equal partners. I don't know. He's too wealthy. That's it. He can't be the next Rockefeller of the internet. I have to be.
Or his brother will be.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. No one cares about his brother anymore, honestly, I don't think.
I don't know why.
I don't think he's relevant at all.
Why did that happen?
I don't know. I never watched either one of their content. I mean, I heard about Logan Paul all the time because everyone was like, "Oh, Logan Paul." Let's see thumbnails and stuff. And
Yeah.
I never really watched Jake's stuff.
No, he's much more unrepresented than Logan, I guess. And I don't care that he is or not.
Yeah, I don't care, but he still got plenty of money.
Oh yeah, he's got tons.
I love the video though, where it's like Logan Paul was like, "You make $60,000 a month. I make that in a day, and if I don't, I come here to my bed and I sit here and I cry."
Yeah.
It cracks me up, dude.
That was fun.
Videos like that of him floating around out there
So
just cracks me
ridiculous.
up. Oh my gosh.
We gotta get that popular. We gotta get this podcast so popular it makes $40,000-$50,000 a day.
A day, every day. If
Every
not,
day.
we cry.
Yeah.
Just sit down and cry.
It's masculine to admit that if you didn't make it's some families working yearly wage a day, then you would cry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the national average is like $45,000 a year or so.
I'm pretty sure it's around there. Yeah. So
It's ridiculous. Some people, I don't even understand. Like, you have that much money, it's just like absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, it
I think
doesn't.
Markiplier's touched on that a lot too. He's just like, I have so much money, it's ridiculous. Like it shouldn't be this way, but it is, and it's just like.
I mean, he does have too much money. A lot of those people just have too much money, and then they just keep making stuff, and it's like, you slow down a little bit. You can just like, just take a little break. But I mean, at least Markiplier, he invested in a movie game, a movie for a game. It was called Iron Law.
Iron Law.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
No, it's not. It's not very popular. I mean, I've not seen advertisements for it. It might be coming out sometime around this year or something. I don't know. But he helped a lot with the money backing of it, I think. So that's good.
Have to go watch it together.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
Even if it's through Zoom. Let's take you into the theater. Sir, please turn off your phone. We still gotta break those brownies in the movie theater.
I want to.
So,
That would be. That would actually. No. What? You can't film in a movie theater, so it wouldn't make a good video because you couldn't film it.
People do it all the time.
People do it all the time. I don't know. I'd have to weigh the morals to see if I want to make a video on it, but we had to do it anyway.
Yeah. Well, if you make a video on it and post it and get arrested, then I guess you'll just be like everyone else who has done that before. And they'll have to make a video about you posting crimes. And I don't know. If you're not filming the screen, like if you're not filming the movie, then you're not committing a copyright well, I guess the audio is too. Like if you were to
I could probably
mute the audio, not film the screen.
I would probably film it working outside the theater and then just take a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, that's probably the safest thing to do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're gonna end up in jail.
Yeah.
You coming?
Take a bunch of pictures and line them all up like a janky claymation.
Slideshow. Yeah, slideshow. Just have like I can't believe like there's so many videos I've seen like the older style videos. I guess like 10 or 12 years ago where it's just slideshows.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh gosh, I remember these days and it's terrifying. I hate it.
I love it. I'm so nostalgic for it, dude. It's in my blood.
Like, you gotta watch a how-to video and it's a slideshow and you're just like, oh my.
I love that there's still how-to videos that are like poor mic quality, clearly huge accented man is like, so what you want to do is that you I don't the accent varies all the time, but it's just they do it wonderfully.
Yeah, I think my favorite videos are the very very niche computer like help guides.
Yeah.
For doing something, and it's like it sounds like they're in a scam call center where just like there's all kinds of people talking around them and stuff, and you can tell there's a supervisor who keeps walking back and forth and stuff. It's like they're like just making a video at work. It's like, okay.
I love them. They're so informative. I mean, they just explain it the best that I've seen.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want something to actually be correct and work, those videos tend to be the ones. Because, like, I don't know what's wrong with all the other content, but it's like all update based and like,
yeah.
Well, that's really a problem in itself with PC support. You'll find videos from like a year ago, and then it's like it's not relevant anymore, and everything's changed since then. That's just it's a nightmare.
I can't. Do you know how Windows 11 is going? I heard that it was bad, but that was a while ago.
I heard a lot of people were upset about everything being saved to the cloud.
Is that the main problem?
Because I think that I don't know if that I don't have it. I haven't ever had it.
Me neither.
But I heard that's what it was going to be. It was like a cloud-based machine where everything is saved to the cloud and then you just pick it out.
I was just on 7 for the longest time because it worked perfectly okay and there was nothing wrong with it. But then I updated it to 10 and now I don't see myself going any further than that, and I don't see any point in upgrading versions. What would they do better?
Yeah, I really don't think there's that drastic of a difference between 10 and 11. No. I think their trying to selling point was like, look, it's cloud based, it's gonna run faster because you're gonna have servers running most of the resources, and then you're just tapping into it, kind of thing. I'm not sure if they stuck with that model and actually went it through with that or not, but really, I mean, it's Windows, and Windows is Windows, and as long as they keep like allowing things to be done on 10 is where to be. I mean, it's fine. It's reached a. I mean, I personally don't like it, but it's good enough and it functions well enough that like you really don't need anything else. The other thing I think they're trying to integrate was AI support more.
Oh.
which I guess they didn't want to try to retrofit into 10. And they just want to make a new operating software. Maybe they just wanted to make new money, more money. So now they forced upgraded some things, like it depending on what version you had, they'd force upgrade you to 10, or force you to buy a new license. Because like Chris he tried in the middle of this whole like 11 coming out thing, he had a problem with his drive, and he tried to get Windows 10 back on there as a licensed version, and like, no, you can't, you have to buy a new version, and all that kind of stuff. So they kind of just like trying to soak you for money, I think. But
Yeah.
Troy has 10. We can ask him. We can get him on the podcast later and see. Or he has 11.
Oh, he's
So
11.
I guess we can get him on the podcast and see how he likes it. But
Yeah, let's do it.
personally, using Windows again for playing games, I absolutely hate it.
Okay.
Compared to Mint, Linux Mint, Cinnamon.
What's the?
I don't know.
Yeah, just everything.
Really, it's like desktop environment in Mint is super clean and it's super lightweight. The problem I'm having with Windows is it's been updated for so long that it's got all kinds of bloatware on it.
Yeah.
So I ran Tron script on there to delete bloatware and to delete viruses if there were any on the disk, because my disk was maxing out at idle. It was using max resources while nothing was running. And so after I ran Tron script, it got it down to 4% at idle, which is pretty basic. You're running system and task manager when you pull it up to look. And that's really it. And sometimes there's anti-malware running in the background. But then as soon as I turned the computer off to go to bed, I woke up and turned the computer on. It said there's a problem with your drive. We're gonna fix it. And then they fixed it, and it started maxing out the disk again at 100%. And I haven't run Tron script since, but the disk is unusable. I mean, it's so slow that like it takes 10 minutes to boot Minecraft up, and my version of Cinnamon it's extremely lightweight, and I've been running it for almost 3 years now, and it boots Minecraft up like instantaneously, just as fast as it ever did when it was fresh install. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, I think Troy got I think he got Lethal Company to work on Linux Mint.
Oh,
I
awesome.
just got a brand new drive, so I need to put Linux Mint on this PC, but I just haven't done it because it's a lot of operating software changing, and I've done so much shit that it's like it kind of not very appealing to me anymore. But I will put that disk in there and start running Mint on this computer again, probably.
So, I have questions a little bit. In Linux, the big problem that people hate is the file system. Is that good on Cinnamon?
So actually it is. On Cinnamon, they actually integrated things like making things run. You know how like if you're on Ubuntu, you have to like go in and give it permission to execute
Yeah.
and all other stuff. But on Mint, you can right click it and you can just let it run, or it'll install files for you in a way that it will automatically run. Instead of in Ubuntu, you install it and it's like it's a file, and then you gotta figure out how to make it run. So they integrated that in there a lot, and that really helps a lot. Like you don't realize how much of a pain it is until you switch off Ubuntu into Mint, and then you can just click download and it'll run like it basically like it would on Windows. You have a little one extra step, but then it'll run fine, and it works almost every time for almost every application I've used so far.
That's good. I might switch over. I might. How easy is it to put icons on the screen? Because for what was it? I think Ubuntu, it was like impossible for me. I don't know.
Yeah, Ubuntu is just stupid. It's the same thing as Windows. You just left click and then just click add to desktop for Mint.
That's fantastic. I think
Yeah.
the only thing holding me back from there would be I'm pretty sure there's a couple applications. The only thing that comes to mind right now is my writing software. I wouldn't be able to use it on Linux, so I probably couldn't switch over
Yeah.
this clunker to
What
that.
software are you using?
Software Scrivener.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's mainly
Yeah.
Windows and Mac and iOS, and I could work around. I could, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain to work around, though. It really is. So it really, for me, the majority of the stuff I run will run fine on Linux. So I'm fine with it. But like Troy was trying to run Fusion 360 on an Ubuntu and it was not having it. So he eventually just had to take my dad's old work computer and put Fusion 360 on the Windows one because it just would not run on Linux. It just wouldn't. That's what he needed. So
What's Fusion
I mean, it just
360?
depends on what you need. Fusion 360 is a CAD design software for 3D printing parts and
Oh.
modeling and stuff like that.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah. It really is.
Ryan, have you noticed that we have now reached the hour mark and we haven't done any segments?
We haven't done a single segment. It's just talking. It's like we took a week or two off and then we just had all kinds of stuff to say.
Yeah. It's a pretty good New Year episode, technically, kind of. That's good.
It's the first of the year.
Yeah.
First episode of the year, not the first time of the year, but.
And we're going to do every single week is an offload. Every single week. We'll reach 72 episodes in a year, and we'll do it. We'll definitely do it.
Definitely. It will definitely happen.
We aren't going to take any breaks whatsoever. We're not going to do it.
We're going to podcast every day, 9 to 9.
Yeah. I can do that with my schedule. I can. I swear.
Yeah, me too. Totally. I got a wedding to pay for in a house.
Yeah.
And a car.
How's your flatbed?
Some of my truck needs parts. It needs some parts. The flatbed itself is almost done. I just got to cut a couple more sheets. But the truck needs a few parts to run well. I mean, it runs, but it does not run well. I drove it home, but it has an ejector problem and the engine shakes and it's kind of annoying. So I'm going to put some injectors on it before I start driving it. But
I do imagine that your engine shaking around when it's definitely not supposed to would be not great.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not. My Emma got in it the first time and she's like, "Wow, it's like a massage chair in here." I'm like, yeah, it's not great. So,
oh, brother.
Yeah, it'll be fixed and it'll be done by the wedding, before the wedding.
Good.
Before the wedding.
You're gonna have to take me out and drive in it, man.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we could take that one to Frisco. Grab a couple of y'all and go to Frisco and go to a climbing gym or something.
Yeah, sounds epic.
But it has to be done by then. It should be done by then. If it's not done by then, something's wrong. Because that's gonna be like another six months. If it's not done in 6 months, either I'm just super lazy or I'm dead broke.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, the ejectors are like $1,200, which is a little pricey for. I mean, it's not really that pricey as far as car stuff goes, but $1,200. So it should be done by then.
That'll be good. I'm totally gonna wreck you in that climb gym. By the way, I've been training harder.
Oh yeah, just because I've only been to one climbing gym one time.
Yeah,
and it's that one. I've been there once.
I've been losing weight, man. I'm really into this training.
You're turning into Slim Jim.
Yeah. So I mean, since we talked about it, I've lost like 5 or 6 pounds. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty good, dude. Wow.
It's been pretty good. I've been maintaining healthy calorie intake, even though that's sometimes a struggle now. But I get.
Oh my gosh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't a struggle until I started actually like trying to get 10,000 steps every day, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
that's some serious dedication, man. I'm proud of you. Thank
you.
I'll say it right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's only an inconvenience because I sit in a chair for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, that is hard on your back and your spine and stuff too.
It's on your back and spine. Doesn't leave so much time for walking, even though it's like time for walking. What the heck? Yeah.
Yeah, time to walk. Just get like that Wii Fit board. I got one.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. When you
I
go
got-
home, you can take it and you can just.
I mean, I got one too.
Just step up and down on it.
I
Oh
definitely do. I
gosh.
could do that for a stream. It'd be super fun. I've also got one of those. We have one of those weird. Isn't it one for like a Nintendo Switch where it's a big ring, and you squeeze it and stuff, and it's like,
Oh
what the
yeah,
heck? That's like, that's so weird.
that's funny. Seen that one, but yeah, the Wii Fit Mode was a classic back in the day.
It was really good. I loved it. It was so sassy with you too.
I know. Oh my gosh, I remember taking the test, the age test, whatever. It said I was like an 85-year-old man. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it's those knees, man.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Well, well, Ryan. I think we're gonna have this one just be a talkie episode, and we're gonna end it right here.